Good to go.
Okay. All right, welcome to the June 26th Village of Shawnee Council meeting. For all again, please stand and say the pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Kate, Heiser, here, here, here.
Here.
All right, I'm a little out of practice, so I hope that June 12th, it looks like this was a lengthy one. So approval of the minutes from June 12th, page 1. 2.
Yes. Under visitors, Carol made mention to me just a few minutes ago that the Bud Light entertainment should be Buckeye entertainment. Please.
All right, page 3. All right, got a motion to approve the minutes as written.
So moved.
Second.
Please,
Yes.
Heiser.
Yes.
Bentley, abstain. Patrick,
Yes.
Zimmerman,
Yes.
All right, any questions on the agenda? Motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Kate,
Yes.
Heiser,
Yes.
Rosa,
Yeah.
Bentley, Patrick,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Woods.
There, my tire was just at a golf outing for the life sports over there. So actually my report is very simple because it was a very light week, so I knew I wouldn't be sitting up for very long because we didn't have much to do in the way of the legal side of things. So my report is really, I have nothing to report tonight. And we shot 67 for all of you, who cares? So, any questions? I'd be happy to answer them. I'm out.
You're coming, right? All right, Russ.
I don't have much. Park's moving along. It'll be graded this week and the fencing will be taken down. The pavilion, you should start seeing a pavilion up down there as well. Paving went to UST today. So many letters. Paving went to UST today. And then we discussed it briefly in finance. This is going to be the year of fixing some of the stub roads and hopefully not looking back for a while. Significant amount of paving in the Shawnee Trail area. There's some potholes and some side repair we got to do. But I hope to have that before council at the next meeting, so we can get it out to bid in July and hopefully get on someone's calendar soon. Mark's been zoning and working with Brian on a lot more zoning. So we're making some headway on some longer standing issues in the village. So hopefully that'll get addressed soon. And I have great news that Bridges and Brewery submitted their plans to our engineer and they received their markup back. So hopefully we will see something happening down there sooner than later. There wasn't much they needed to change on it. So hopefully it's a quicker process for them. And I want to give kudos to Richard and Andy, the guy that's been helping him. I mean, the village looks great. They're working hard every single day. So I like what they're doing. They're doing good. So is that anything?
Question. The orange barricades on Osage, are those permanent or is there something else going to be put in there?
We're going to keep them forever. No. So part of the paving project is they're going to remove the apron off of Dublin Road and put curb in. They're going to put the devil strip, the grass back in, and a sidewalk. And we're talking probably another little bench area there because we want to maintain a footprint there. And then Osage is getting paved to the end of where it's paved. The paved portion of Osage is getting paved again. And then we're going to do something permanent on the end. So no, those orange barricades should be out of there hopefully soon. I don't like them as much as you don't like them probably. But hopefully we'll get them out of there soon. The road deteriorated, a lot to do with a nearby property owner doing work without having approval. to the point where it would have cost us tens of thousands of dollars to bring it up to passable. And it's a road that we had kind of earmarked for closure a while ago, so that kind of sped the process up. And now we have orange barricades.
Okay, thank you.
You know, I know we closed that road, but I'm almost thinking, isn't there a school bus that uses that road?
And we've already talked to them.
Okay, that's what
They can adapt and overcome. Yep.
perfect.
My son rides that school.
Okay.
For the life of me, I can't imagine them taking a school bus on that road.
I can't either. I don't know why they don't,
Those holes are
Yeah.
2 feet deep.
Mhm.
You did that wrong.
I can't believe they don't use your means.
I wouldn't want to pull a school bus out on Dublin Road from there either.
Oh,
Chief report, just staffing update. I know Aaron Patterson, that was tabled from last week or moved from last week to this week. Hired him full-time 2-3 weeks ago. He will start next week. He's on vacation, a pre-planned vacation, but he'll start with us full-time, midnight shift. Great guy, comes from Ohio State University. He was actually on their SWAT team as well. Very well trained, very well spoken, and a really, really small guy. So we have that today. With the couple new hires we've had, I did reapply for the body armor grant. It closes June 30th. I got in right before the deadline, so I should know in a couple of weeks if we get the body armor grant for that. Tournament. I know it's been a while since the tournament. First time I've got to talk about it. It went well. We had 0 issues. The sidewalks were in use. I mean, there was people moving on both sides of the street. It looked nice, and I think it went a little bit safer with the lighting and things down there. So, yay. Only kind of negative thing I have is Walgreens has become, with the teenagers out of school and the kids out of school and the bicycles. Walgreens has been, we're there every day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Parents with children in the village, please talk to your kids about being respectful and going in there. We've had kids riding bicycles inside Walgreens. So that would be my only plea to the community of talk to your kids and make sure you know what they're doing out there, because a lot of thefts and a lot of damage inside Walgreens. I don't know if they're local kids. Some of them maybe, but I don't know if they're village residents or not. But the kids at Walgreens have really caused a stir this summer. So.
Any questions for us? All right, thanks, sir.
Well,
All right, any visitor comments? All right, communications, I've been slow too. The only thing Aaron Patterson, I swore in, I said probably 2 weeks ago. And that has been it. I guess met with Mary and I met with Riverfront residents again today, just kind of still game planning on what help we can get from the county level or the city of Columbus or something to do with the watershed. So we'll see where the next steps go. We sent a letter to several politicians and office holders. So, Rob,
No, I don't have anything on pro tem tonight.
committee reports.
UST did meet, so we discussed paving and that was pretty much it. Approved it moving forward, as Russ said.
Finance met for the first time in several months. Shirley printed out the RETA numbers, and as of June, 20,000 below last year's numbers at this time, but that's only because collections vary month to month. We won't know till December where we really are with those numbers. Most of the monies that we have used this year so far has come out of the TIF fund. So we still have about a $400,000 carryover. And we had to reappropriate more money because the audit cost about 5,000 more than was anticipated. Our Sterling had budgeted about 332,000 for paving, and it turns out that our paving at this point looks like it's going to be about half of that, 166,400. That's good news. And that's about it.
Anybody else? All right. Legislative actions. This was tabled several times ago, so this is the second reading. Ordinance 12
Take it off the table and read it.
just to read it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do I have a motion to take this table, second reading off of the table?
So moved.
Second,
Gates,
Yes.
Ister,
yes,
LaRosa,
Yes.
Bentley,
Yes.
Center,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Okay, I will now read this second reading, ordinance 12-2023, an ordinance authorizing the payment of the invoice received from Equity 6058 Lick LLC Company and declare an emergency. Does anybody remember what this is about? Any questions on this? Plaza. All right, do I have a motion to suspend with the third reading and declare ordinance 12-2023 an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
Gates,
Yes.
Ister,
yes,
LaRosa,
Yes.
Bentley, Center,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
All right, motion to adopt ordinance 12-2023.
So moved.
Second. Gates,
Yes.
Ister,
yes,
LaRosa,
Yes.
Bentley, Center,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Was that the most talked about ordinance of all time?
It's up there.
All right, third reading, ordinance 16-2023. An ordinance to reappropriate funds for current expenses and other expenditures of the village of Shawnee Hills, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2023.
This one needs to be amended by substitution, because I made a couple changes. We'll do that first.
Let's see, what should I read?
Motion to amend by substitution.
Do I have a motion to amend ordinance 16-2023? To amend by substitution?
So moved.
Second.
17.23.
Gates,
Yes.
Ister,
yes,
LaRosa,
Yes.
Bentley, Center.
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
What did you say, 17-2023?
that's the,
That's
That's the
That's the
next.
next one.
16.
Good question.
Just go with it.
I was questioning that.
Well, my wife tells me I'm wrong all the time. All right, do I have a motion to adopt ordinance, the substitution ordinance 16-2023?
So moved.
Second.
Gates,
Yes.
Ister,
yes,
LaRosa,
Yes.
Bentley, Center,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Now, for my esteemed colleague, this is the third reading ordinance 17-2023. An ordinance repealing sections 1113.07B2F, 1113.08B2E, and 1113.09B2G, thereby removing apartments from the list of conditional uses in neighborhood commercial, community commercial, and general commercial districts. Any questions? Motion to adopt ordinance 17-2023.
So moved.
Second.
Gates, Ister,
yes,
LaRosa,
Yes.
Bentley, Center,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
All right, this is a second reading ordinance 20-2023, an ordinance to grant variances to the provisions of the Shawnee Hills Code, section 509.09, to allow applicant Shawnee Hills Chamber of Commerce to deviate from time, as it should be from time and volume, standards for the music in the village summer concerts and declare emergency. Do I have a motion to suspend with the second and third readings and declare ordinance 2023 an emergency? Oh, so just the third reading, I'm sorry.
No, it's written as an emergency.
Yeah,
but it's
So
just the
suspend with the
second
third
reading
reading.
ordinance.
yeah, suspend the third reading.
Oh,
So move,
Second.
Gates,
Yes.
Ister,
yes,
LaRosa,
Yes.
Bentley, Center,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 20-2023?
So much.
Second.
Gates,
Yes.
Ister,
Yes,
Rosa,
Yes.
Benny. Yes. Stecker,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
All right, this is the second reading, ordinance 21-2023, an ordinance amending section 1313.05A of the codified ordinances of the village of Shawnee Hills, weeds and litter on private. Okay, any discussion on that? Second reading, resolution 09-2023, a resolution setting the village of Shawnee Hills trick or treat to coincide with Morpsey's formulation. And this is a first reading, ordinance 22-2023, an ordinance confirming my appointment of Aaron Patterson as a full-time police officer for the village of Shawnee Hills and declare an emergency. Do I have a motion to suspend with the second and third reading and declare ordinance 22-2023 an emergency?
Second.
Gates.
Yes.
Ister.
yes,
Rosa.
Yes.
Benny. Yes. Stecker,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Motion to adopt ordinance 22-2023.
Second.
Gates.
Yes.
Ister.
yes,
Rosa.
Yes.
Benny. Yes. Stecker,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Approval of the bills. Do I have a motion to pay bills in the amount of $41,333.90.
So moved.
Second.
Gates.
Yes.
Ister.
yes,
Rosa.
Yes.
Benny. Yes. Stecker,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
And Shirley,
Okay, general fund, $434,403.90. Street fund, $345,506.72. State highway, $35,768.32. EV body armor, 2019-24. Continuing professional training, $2,535.48. Evans Farm Judd, $89.41. Drug law enforcement, $534.41. Indigent driving, $385.84. Law enforcement trust, $3,259.20. American Rescue Plan, $63,418.14. Enforcement education, $1,245.85. Fire fund, $85,482.63. With TIF, $68,386.69. TIF 2, $43,927.68. Police district, $239,355.11. Veterans Memorial, $298.97. Sewer operating, $39,825.38. Sewer replacement, $7,506.08. Storm sewer, $21,582.09. Debt service, $135,178.02. For the total of $1,530,709.60.
motion to adopt the treasurer's report is written.
So moved.
second,
Gates. Yes. Ister.
yes,
Rosa.
Yes.
Benny. Yes. Stecker,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
All right, any miscellaneous business?
when the JED, board did meet in between last meeting and this meeting. And, there still is some confusion over whether residential properties can, or residences owners can be taxed for income tax as well as businesses. One of the vice chair of the board is going to put a letter with some facts and figures in it, addressed to the parties to the agreement, to see if they'd be willing to amend the agreement to exclude residential properties. We haven't seen that yet, so he's going to do that, and then there
Who is it? Who's gonna do it?
Griffin, Dan Griffin. And then the only thing that materially that was discussed is that they're going to look into insurance for the board. And also a bonding for the treasurer.
And does anybody have questions on that? I don't know. Was everybody around when the Evans Farm Jet first came about? Were you all here? All of us on this? I don't know how
I
it is,
wasn't here when it was created, but
but my understanding of the whole thing is commercial anyway. So the fact that this is coming out about residential is no surprise to me, and I have no problem with it.
Okay, it's just a matter of that, they asked Rita for an interpretation, they said, no, it should be included. For the way the agreement's written. So that's what they're trying to settle that once and for all.
Well, unfortunately, I think Orange dropped the ball, and I think Delaware County.
As you, we have no, there are not huge sums of money to worry about, we only have $89.41.
But that has doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna ask, if you go back and money that walk out the door.
For quite a while, it was 41.
Triple digits.
That's promising though, it's moving, at least that's good, so, anything else?
I've talked to a couple people who had said they were disappointed in the worksheet up on the homing thing. They were happy.
They
with
like
how-
October.
They like having it on the weekend. They said, while I did bring up we're bringing in a lot of people from out of the area, they said, well, we didn't run out of candy, it was good. A lot of people.
You didn't talk to them.
I didn't talk to them. I'm gonna, if we do it that way, we might not get to have Russell's hot dogs this year. Maybe.
I can tell you that this is a hotly contested topic.
That is the most talked about ordinance.
That might be the most talked about.
Yeah, it really is.
And it goes clear back.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
All right, anything else? Did you talk to anybody else about anything else?
No.
All right. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So, second.
All in favor? Opposed? Yeah. Yeah, well, it's gonna be a safety.
Hey, Russ.
It was so peaceful, those, what, that 2 or 3 months?